back, baby, and we have some exciting changes coming.
You're banning the tush push?
We're not banning it, Jordan. Shut up about it.
I got traded already?
What? No. Everyone shut up and let me finish. This year, we're going to use cameras to measure first downs.
Finally! Maybe now you won't cheat for the Chiefs.
Don't be stupid, Josh. As long as Travis is dating Taylor, we're going to cheat for them to get more viewers.
My wife is Haley Steinfeld.
I thought she was dating Michael B. Jordan.
Nope, she just likes to touch all over his muscles and spit in his mouth. Cock! Who said that? You know my voice, Josh.
Oh, yeah. Things are heating up already.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, sports talk with street flavor. It's been a while, but you know, summertime, gotta take a break here and there, see old friends. It was great. Norman Thomas reunion, fantastic. But let's get to what's going on. NFL training camps. People asking for trades. You know, transactions is happening. NFL has stole the headlines again. Major League Baseball just had their trading deadline at the end of July. Teams made a lot of trades. Yankees built up their bullpen. Mets got some hitting power. Dodgers added some people. You know, the Twins let some people go. You know, came back to Houston. Did your team make a difference? But the NFL said no, 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 no. You want some trades? I'll give you some trades. They had the Washington Scary Terry ask for a trade. Then, out of nowhere, Micah said, trade me. You don't want to pay me, trade me. And requested a trade. It went all over the internet. It was the head of the local news in Dallas that Parsons asked for a trade. Before the weather, before the regular sports, before even talking about the president. The leading news story in Dallas was Micah Parsons asked for a trade. So, what is next? Is that really going to happen? And we all know that's the scenario that everyone uses. Garrett did that. Trade me, Cleveland. Trade me. I don't want to be here. I'm out to win. Then they showed him the money. Oh, Cleveland. I love you all the time. I'm back here. Me and my 40 million friends. Yes. Yes. That what usually happens. Cincinnati tried that. I'm back in camp. I'm sorry. I lost I lost some money, but I'm back in camp. Okay? So, is this really going to happen? Is Dallas going to say, I'm going to call your bluff? Yeah, I'll trade you. Here, I'll trade you to the Jaguars. Would that ever happen? Or would Jerry just go back and, okay, I'll give you the money at the end of the preseason. You know, I'll give you the money. You know, back and forth, back and forth. You know, do we really need this? You know, one day, somebody, you know, it happened back in the day, you know, when running back in Pittsburgh tried it, stayed out a whole year, and basically ended his career. He wasn't the same after that. Bell, he wasn't the same after that. You know, and you left your money on out there. You never regained that $15, $13 million that you lost for sitting out a whole year. You never got that back. I don't care what contract you sign in the future. You signed with the Jets, never got that money back. Never was the same running back. So holding out for a whole year is not going to help it. You know, they can remember, if he comes to camp, doesn't sign, he can say, you know, he can get an injury, stay out the whole year. You know, they can franchise him 2 more times. In his prime, will he ever recover? whoever get that money. And if he's all about winning, do you really want to do that? No one wants to do that. Fake an injury for the whole year, then get franchise tagged for 2 more years. That's not teamwork. That's not a team player. So no one, and the NFL knows that, no one's really going to do that. So what is next? We're going to have this drama go on for the whole preseason. And that's what Jerry wants. Jerry wants Dallas to be in the headlines. But do we really want that? Please. Please. And Terry from the Commanders, what's going to happen with him? He's going on to be 30 years old. And if you give him a 3-year deal, most of those years will be 32, 33, 31. Will he, be productive in his early 30s as a wide receiver? And do you want to pay him that big money like that? That's the question. Micah's coming into his prime. He's still a young man. 3 or 4 years, he might still wreck the world. But will he be wrecking it with Dallas? Everyone says yes. This is just a publicity stunt, that he wants his money, and Dallas was going to give him his money, but Jerry liked to take his time and wastes his own money because he could have signed them last year for $36 million, a year, and we would have been over with. But no, he waited. Now you're looking at north of $40 million. But JJ got 41. So you're looking at 42, 43. So what will happen? Who is next? Okay? And do we have to live out this whole drama for the rest of the preseason? We had football on Thursday, people. Real live bullets was there. Real live football was there. We saw a game. Okay? Yeah, look, they calling me now talking about, Jerry just called. He just made a decision. We will see. So, we will see what's going on. We have real football for the first time. The Hall of Fame game. Evans, he looked good. For the Chargers. First round pick, 3rd pick overall from San Francisco. Didn't make it there. Didn't make it in Dallas. But he looked good last night. But it was against second stringers, rookies, guys that might make the practice squad. But he did look good last night. 2 touchdowns. I like that. I like that for the young man. We will see what happens going on. So we see what's going on. We get some highlights for y'all from training camps. We got little jokes. And don't forget that book I've been telling you about. Paper Dreams on Lexington Avenue. Okay? The Legend of Troy. The Legend of Toy. I read it. I like it. And I heard that he's coming out with 2 more books. It's going to be a trilogy, going down the line, from Toy, backstory of Toy, and a future story, of what happens in these generations of these guys growing up in Harlem. I like it very much. Let's see what happens going forward with that story. But we got some NBA news also. The Knicks signed Bridges to an extension, $150 million. Now their payroll right now is looking at $740 million. That's them calling me right now. Talking about, Manny, stop it. Don't tell anybody our payroll. Don't let anybody know our money. Don't let anybody know our business. But you put it out there. Okay? There's still rumors and things about LeBron James. There's still trade thoughts about there's some still free agents out there. Golden State hasn't done that much. Okay? There's rumors about Philly. It's Houston finish. Everyone is building up for Oklahoma. Okay? Is the East that vulnerable? Since Boston's going to be down, Indiana is hurt. Will the Knicks or someone emerge and take the mantle? Cleveland, are you out there? These are the questions that we'll be asking, and we want to see what's going forward down the line. Like I said, Major League Baseball had their trading deadline, but the NFL stole it with those two announcements from Washington and Dallas. Both NFC East teams stole the headlines from baseball. Okay, did the Mets do enough? Okay, did the Yankees do enough? Judge is hurt. Did they do enough? Shohei got pulled out of the game. Is he all right? Did the Mariners closer hurt his Achilles? These are questions that must be answered that would have been on the top of the news story. But the NFL, once again, told everybody, we are number one, and stole the headlines once again from the sports league. Everyone's trying. Basketball trying to throw their stories out there. Baseball, they in the midst of their season right now. Throw their storyline out there. And the NFL said, wait. It's all about us. It's all about us. And our condolences to the people at the NFL offices, that building that was downtown. I was just there. I was there that day, actually. And people that lost their lives and everything. Like we say a prayer for them and their families. Hopefully things like this doesn't happen and people have to result to those type of situations. If you think you have problems like that, go to the doctors and authorities. You don't have to take a gun out to get your point across. Go to somebody for help. Let someone hear you, but that's not the way. Okay? And on those thoughts, our prayers go out to those. Our prayers go out to you to make you a more happy and healthy life going forward. Let's have prosperity for everyone. But has your team got better? In basketball, in baseball, in football? We shall see. NFL, once again, stole the headlines. Peace.